So I think a lot of people have a misconception about what it feels like to be a minimalist, what living a minimalistic lifestyle feels like day in and day out. Because I think a lot of people have the idea that it feels like you're depriving yourself, like you're always telling yourself what you can't have. Like it's just this kind of negative feeling when you're living more minimal than, say, the average person. So I've come up with like a little situation, a little thought exercise I think we can do together that will kind of maybe show some people who've been thinking about going towards a minimalistic lifestyle but have been nervous because, they don't want to deprive themselves. I want you to think about this, okay? I want you to think about all of the junk that you bought over the last 5 years, all right? I want you to think about all of the things you bought, never used, the things you bought and threw in a closet, threw in the garage, that you never took out the plastic, just things you bought and then you immediately had buyer's remorse because you knew you really didn't need it. I want you to think about all that type of stuff you bought over the last 5 years. Now imagine you had all that money back and in the bank. Imagine you had all that money back in the bank and you could use it to do all the things you need to do that you don't have the money to do now. To take all the trips, to have all the experiences, to pay all the debt, to do all the things you want to do but don't have the money for now, or to just leave in the bank or invest. Imagine you had all that money back. That's what minimalism feels like. You see? When you look at it that way, it doesn't seem like you're losing anything. It doesn't seem like you're depriving yourself. It feels amazing. That's how I feel as a minimalist. Instead of blowing all my money on possessions that I don't need, a lot of times I'm not going to use, or I use for like twice and then I never use them again. I have all that money. I can use that money to travel or do other things I love. Like that is what minimalism is about. It's about using everything you've been blessed with, all the abundance you have in life, especially financial abundance, to enjoy life, to live your life. That's what it feels like. And I think that's why more and more people are becoming minimalist. That's why it's not a fad that's come and gone away. It's something that more and more people are starting to think about because it really feels good.